Hello!
And we are back.
So, as you can see with our outfit and the position, we actually did not change or do anything. We just thought we will make another video because we wanted to tell you, it's a story time. So we want to tell you about how Shwin and I, we were separated for 18 months during COVID. Not legally separated, not like we were not that separated.
Only legally by the land, the law of the land.
Yes, we were separated like physically, not like we like separated. Just to clarify, yeah. So we were separated for about 18 months during COVID. He was stuck in India. I was stuck in New Delhi, Thailand. So we just wanted to tell you how it happened and how we ended up again coming back, right? So story time is
If I speak, I mean it will not be because I will cut it, finish it.
I know you'll
30
say, oh,
seconds.
she came, COVID happened, I went home, I came here.
Yeah, so.
Acha,
please.
koi lang sabi sao? Nakuha.
How many people can do this? Okay.
Okay, good.
So it started because my passport was expiring and.
All of the backstory with Divina, which year are we in?
We were in
This-
2009.
19?
See, that's what I'm saying. You have to speak now. You're a school teacher, but sa kanila naka 19, A,
Okay,
B,
okay,
C.
the context is this, you can add. 2019, I got a job. I came here in the month of July and I was working here, and in between, Shrin had come twice to be here, but because in tourist visa, he can only stay for 2 months, 3 months? 3 months?
Tourist, yeah. Registered tourist visa.
Tourist visa, yeah. So he could only stay for that month. So he used to come and then go back and come and go back. So this is during the second visit when he came in the first week of December of 2019.
Yeah.
COVID had not yet happened. So COVID had not yet happened. So he had come. We had spent the Christmas together. And then in the month of January, right? Or end of January. January and February
January.
1st, yeah.
Mhm.
So December, January, he stayed here. And then in the first week of February, he was supposed to go back to India because his passport was about to be expired and we were supposed to get his spouse visa. So he had to go back to India to renew the passport and then come back so that we can get his spouse visa. So then he went back, and then you say.
So I say. So the thing is, that was the first time we were getting out of India for a residential or husband and wife single. We travel a lot, but not like as a couple travel. So we didn't know a lot of documentation also. So we didn't know that time, right?
What do you mean by single we travel, not as a couple?
Couple in the sense like
To live,
residentially
Govina.
to live,
Ah.
yeah. So residentially, that's what I said. So we are never a resident of any country. We were just tourists.
Tourists.
So we don't know the legal things that are needed for that. Like our marriages were like the marriage certificate was a church and other thing that not to be done. Coming back to the story, where were you?
So I said you went back to India to renew your passport.
Yeah. So I went back to India to renew a passport. That was on the
February.
last day of January. I guess.
January, and then February
And
we
then
went.
February I applied. I went to apply by the time things started to shut down, and I didn't get a chance to even renew my passport, I guess.
No, passport to ho gaya tha. Passport you got.
Oh yeah, so yeah, I went there and then
You got in
I got
Tatkal,
in
na?
Tatkal in a couple of days. By the time I need to apply for a visa and the processes, the things started to crumble and go down and
Yeah.
shut and everything. So we thought it's gonna be just for a time being, but it really
Just
went
started
ahead,
dragging along.
and then yes, coming back to the reality after that. So 18 months.
तो रुकियो ना.
So that's what I'm saying.
Climax तो बचा के रे, there must be like a beginning and in between सब कुछ होना चाहिए ना. Yeah. So now, उन्हें भी चाहिए.
और मैं एक तक Mrs. Chris.
अच्छा, ठीक है. So he was in India, and then the whole COVID situation happened, and it was just like so bad, and the whole world was shut down. And then the thing was the major problem with him not able to come. So he could have still come at this time because in India, it wasn't that bad yet. It was actually in Thailand, it was bad. So he could have still come. But the problem is this, and this is a public service announcement to everybody. So in India, when we get married, like we get married in a church or Muslim or maybe Hindus, they get married in temples and everything. So it's a registered law, right? So in India, as long as you're in India, your certificate from the religious institution actually works. And for all these years we had been married, we have been using our church marriage certificate because
Which is legal.
yeah, which is legal in India. But
yeah,
then the
not
thing
for
is
the,
outside world.
Yeah, because the Indian government has to be notarized. Or?
Actually, our problem was we never went and registered our marriage in a court,
Yeah.
which we should have done. So it was our mistake. But all these years that we were living, the marriage certificate from the church, because it is actually authorized by the government of India, so it was always legal. So we've always used that. We've used that to make our passport, Aadhaar card, and everything. It just worked. So we never knew that it will not work. So when Shrin went to apply for visa to come here, they're like, "Where's your marriage certificate?"
So I was rejected.
Oh, yes, so many times.
4 or 5 times
Yeah.
by Thai embassy,
Yeah.
and every rejection takes like 7 to 10 days in one process. You go with all the documentation. Because of COVID, the VFS was closed down,
Yeah.
so you have to go to the embassy, stand in
In
the
the
embassy
queue.
gate for a couple of hours, and then let the guard comes. Guard takes
Takes it.
the entire document and give you a slip, and then it goes and say come back after 4 days, and then
Oh,
you,
just to check also.
yeah, so they will come back after 4 days and say that this is coming and this is rejected, return, and no.
Oh, you cannot even communicate. They only wrote it.
There is no communication.
Yeah.
So then they said, I said what? So they said there is no marriage certificate.
Yeah,
Then
you are not married.
you're not married. So I said, because they write in Thai and then they translate into English.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, here is a marriage certificate. Once I got the marriage certificate, they said it is not been stamped notarized by the
MEA.
MEA. So I took my original church certificate, went to MEA, paid him money, and then stamped and brought it back. And again I went in, they said no, we don't authorize, we need a court one. And then we got a court one also. They said no, it is not authorized. And then the whole thing messed up. It keeps, and no, they said we need a letter from the immigration. So then I asked her to go to Indian embassy, in Thailand, and they gracefully wrote a letter on Indian letterhead and stamped, and she couriered me, which cost me around 3,500 rupees.
But
That is around 8,000 Indian rupees.
Yeah.
And then I received it. I went with that thinking that now it's going to be fine. It didn't work out.
Yeah, and they
too.
said-
They said no, we don't need that one. We need some. So the whole process of going in and getting rejected, was pretty hard.
yeah, I was sad.
But,
I think by the
but it
fourth
made
time we
me-
were so disappointed, right?
Yeah, I just got thick skin in many things. So it just, for me, things doesn't come easy. That's been always there. So I'm okay. I
Yeah.
understand that. So I don't cry out loud on many things.
Not that I'm thinking about like how painful it was, just like getting rejected. Now I'm feeling a little sad right now.
Don't cry. It's okay. You have tears. So
I know. It was
I
a
didn't cry even a single time there.
Yeah.
But yes, it was a process.
It was
You
a
gotta
big
say
struggle.
that, hey, I'm going there, and you get rejected and come back. Then you gotta restart it. Go there, come back, restart it. It keeps on happening for 4 times to 5 times in the duration of 3 to 4 months.
yeah.
And then eventually. yeah,
So
I
eventually
think-
they said that you have to get marriage certificate. So the problem was, by this time we're already in 2020, right? By this time the Delta virus in India was just spreading. And do you remember when India was like going through the second wave, and
I
it
got
was
COVID then.
yeah, it was the
Then I got
har-
COVID too.
It was the hardest for India at that time. Like I think India and USA were the ones who were just like going up. So but
What?
numbers were going up. So
6, 7, 6, 7, 6,
6,
7.
7. Anyways, so so by this time, India was completely shut down by Thailand because at that time Thailand was still allowing people to come from another countries if you quarantine. But for Indian, they said no Indians at the moment because it was just too much for them. So we just could not. Now the thing is, for us to be married, me has to be in India. So, but the problem was, I could have left India because the Indian embassy were allowing us flights. They had a special Air India flights, so they were
Vande Bharat.
yeah, Vande Bharat or something like that. So they used to bring us back to India. So I could have taken that, but the problem was, once I come to India, once we get married, I could not have come back because we didn't know that whether the borders were open or not, and we had a job and we were had completely moved, and we did not have any intention to work in India at that time. So we were just hoping that it will become better and better and better, and then that wait lasted for 18 months. 18 months. So the entire 2020 we never saw each other. Christmas we were eating dinner during Christmas night on Zoom, remember?
I remember we did that.
Yeah. So Iduna, he tries to be so cool now,
No,
like
I
of
don't.
all the cute things that he does with me, okay. But otherwise, like when we are in private, he's actually a very sweet person. He's actually really when he gets nervous or something that he does skip Misa. So do you know whenever you feel a little like nervous, you start touching your ears?
And what do you do when you start getting nervous? You start throwing things out.
I don't get nervous, first of all. That's the
what
thing.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
So
Kill it.
anyways, so this whole time that we were waiting for things to get better, it took 18 months. So the entire 2020, we did not see each other. And then 2021 continued. And then finally, in the month of September, finally the borders opened. So they said Indians can come, but we have to quarantine.
No. The border was still not. Still, we came by Vande Bharat.
It is, but they were allowing us to come back. So I knew that if I go back, at least I can come back by just quarantine. So now the most difficult part was all these things. You have to listen to this. I know it's 12 minutes, but listen. Corina, how do you remember all this story?
Well, it's your story.
I know.
Remember it.
And then after that, this was September 11, 2021, I reached India, and then I saw him after 18 months. And then Shrin had already prepared for documentation and dates and everything at the court. And finally we went and we got married officially in the court. Yeah, they could not even backdate our marriage certificate, so we had to kind of get married court. So we had to take his family, we had to take 2 people from my side to be a witness. So officially we had to get married again. So
we were remarried.
I know.
And I gotta pay 40,000 rupees to the court guy.
I know. Are you forgetting about all the insurance that we pay? How much? That was 40,000 baht. So anyways, so we got the certificate, and after that we started processing his visa, which worked out. So now we have the visa. But that was not the end of the story, because they said you have to go and get the paper notarized by the MEA, and this is where this girl had to do all the crazy stuff. But before that,
because I left by the time.
Yes. So before that, what happened was we could not buy the tickets just like that. It was not a commercial flight. It was a flight provided by the government of India. So we have to actually submit all our documents, and then they had a system that every week they allowed only a certain number of people. So that week, what happened was the insurance company in Thailand actually gave us a wrong information. So they wanted an insurance for 1 year for him. But he said, since you're coming only for 3 months with a 3 months visa, take only insurance for 3 months. So we didn't know, so we just took out 3 months insurance. But then because of that, my application to get into the flight was approved, but Shrin's got rejected again. and all these things happen, like the whole same process. And then, but I was like, I am not going until you get it, because I cannot come back again. So then I did not take the flight to that week. So that means we're delayed by another week. And then during this whole time, I was teaching online, because at that time COVID was still like an e-learning thing happening. And then afterwards, we got his insurance. It was 49,000 Thai baht, like just for insurance, like more than 1.5 lakh. So after that, Shwen, we applied. How come you got it and I didn't get it that next week? Something happened. The process is just so taxing.
So everything was online. There was
no in-person talk.
Call,
yeah.
nothing. So we applied for this. You have to apply online. I think the problem was you missed how to upload the.
Something was.
So there was an upload button.
Oh, attach Kuri share.
So I think mine got selected and went, and when she was applying for the same thing, it was attached. After attached, the form says upload the return. So we said attach, and like normal emails, she has been submitting it.
No, it went, but without the attachment.
And then she called the embassy was fighting.
I was fighting for so long. And then what happened after?
Some wise woman come and said, "Then you have to upload."
Upload. Then it happened. But then by the time I was already late, so you got into the flight the next week, but I did not get it because I was late.
So I got the flight and I moved and I.
So we said, "Don't wait.
You
you
came
just
after
go."
2 weeks.
I came after
So
the next week after that.
Yeah, so because I came out of the
quarantine and I went in.
So mine was 10 days.
Okay.
So like 10 days after the flight.
I
It was not regular. It
India.
was like once in a week or something like that.
But then you know what? This is what it just like amazes me how God does it. If it wasn't for that upload, our marriage certificate would have been useless. Do you know that?
Because we would have gone back again.
We would have to go back again. And this is where I always like, even if we have the worst situation, I always thank God, because I'm like, you know what, Lord, you are doing it for our best, so I just trust you. Because what happened was, we did not know that we actually had to have our marriage certificate notarized by the Ministry of External Affairs, and after that I have to get it notarized by the Thai embassy, which we had not then done. So if we would have gone back together, we would have wasted the entire quarantine.
Yeah, and so we would have been in Thailand, but we would have again gone back to get the certified, because otherwise the visa extension would have not happened.
It would not have happened. So so Shwin went, and then he was in the quarantine. So in the quarantine, you know what is quarantine, right? It's like you have to book a hotel. We have to pay for it. So we had to pay for 10 days of hotel with all the meals included, and also medicine included. PCR test was included, and also there was a whole van that came just to pick up Shrin. They were all in the hazmat uniform. They just treated us as if like we were some kind of infested people, right?
That was everywhere. So
yeah, and then they put us in a hotel. They would not even come and clean the room. They would just like knock and leave the food outside the door.
It was an interesting time.
It was interesting. You should tell them what you were doing.
Sure.
Going
no. You do that.
It's okay.
Yeah.
He was so stupid.
No. All right. So,
anyways, so after that, in those 10 days when I was supposed to be in India, so they said like you need to go and get it tapa from Ministry of External Affairs. So now I was driving, so on Google Map I entered as Ministry of External Affairs. So I drove, and then I reached, and as soon as I reached, they just looked at me and they said, "Madam," and then they let me go. I also didn't say anything. I entered the Ministry of External Affairs, and I went inside. I parked also, and I walked and I went inside the office, and I said, "Hello, मुझे ये stamp करना," and they're like,
"What?
Kolo tum." Because
didn't shoot you. That's the best part.
I entered into the Ministry of External Affairs, and the security guard, actually, because I was driving with such confidence, they actually let me, and then the security guard did not even check or whatever. I was not supposed to be in that building. And then when I said, I came here, and they're like, Madam, आप अंदर घुसे कैसे? I said, गाड़ी से? And they're like, Madam, नहीं होता है ऐसा. And they even took me to their superiors. I said, Madam, आप अंदर आ जाओ.
You will be jailed.
And then they took me.
Trespassing the Indian ministry.
Yeah, and I said, Madam, आप अंदर आ जाओ. And then I went inside, and then we sat down. So then I had to explain कि ऐसा हो गया, जाना है, and everything. But then, luckily, the guy who was sitting there happened to was in the Indian army, and he was like serving in Mokokchung area. So he knew our people, he knew like Naga people. So he said, where are you from? So I said, I'm from Dimapur. Then he said something about Mokokchung, and then of course like I started talking about how wonderful Nagaland is. And
so you didn't speak in our language?
no, I was just speaking in there, and then they're like blah blah blah. I said, Bangkok ana gumaungi main.
Military Indian guy, you're telling Bangkok Ana.
I gave my phone number also to him.
Oh my
WhatsApp
goodness.
भी exchange कर लिया था.
That's flirting, man.
तुम्हें I had to meet my husband.
That's flirting, man.
चुप.
Yeah.
तो उसके बाद after that he said, then he had to explain. He said, Madam, यहाँ पे ना ऐसे civilian को allowed नहीं है, आपको नहीं आना चाहिए. So he said, but you know what? I will give you a phone number of this person. He said, go to Patiala Court and he will meet you there and he will help you out. I said, thank you. And I left the Ministry of External Affairs. Then I went to Patiala Court and then
Patiala Court.
Patiala Court, ठीक है. So then I went to Patiala Court. Acha, Patiala. Patiala Court.
Yeah.
Okay, then I went to Patiala Court and I met this guy, and then he said, Kal ho guys. Then of course I had to cry, beg, whatever. Do you know I met that guy come to Mayur Vihar with my document? Because he happened to live in Mayur Vihar phase 1 and we were in phase 3. So I said, do whatever, bring it today. So ultimately he brought it that evening. And then the next day I went to the Korean Thai embassy.
Yeah, Korean.
And then I got the stamp. So if it wasn't for that stupid upload, whatever, I would have gone and I would have come back again.
And she was mad with the Thai lady in the embassy because she was not able to explain that it is in a bill. Not like a problem. I said,
They were not understand. Kiman condition. Yeah. In that 18 months, I don't know how many times I cried also.
One bucket water.
Condition. Ek baar do yaad is na nahi. I called you, you did not pick up the phone, and then I was crying, and I called the entire family.
Oh yeah, this is chipkali wala story though. This video aise wala. Please upload that video in online.
So anyways, so that's how, and then I came and I went to Bangkok. I also quarantined again for 14 days, and then finally we came out, and that was the picture that we saw. That was the first day we went outside. We had Korean barbecue, remember? I took you to the one, yeah. So, and since then we have been here, and we also just renewed our work visa for another year yesterday. So we were at the immigration office the whole day yesterday. So we got another year extension. And
yeah.
That's our story.
Lunch क्या किया था कल तुमने?
Kal. Pathetic konnichiwa Japanese food. That was the worst food. Like, itna ghatiya khana to was so bad. Anyways, that's it. It's 25 minutes, but it's okay. If you have listened until here, we are so thankful. Even if you have not, when I grow old and I don't have memory, I can watch this and I'll be like, oh. So it's like a home video for us. Nash, you know? See? We had to literally fight to. Oh, you know what? We always forget to take thumbnail photos, so we have to take. Okay. So bye, guys. We love you. Bye, bye, Luna.